Hello there, welcome to the Calix channel, and I'm Thelma. The regular viewers to this channel would know that I took a 1-month break away from the garden in order to appreciate other gardens. And I was fortunate to spend that time with my sister Nina and Everton in Canada. They have a wonderful garden. And in this video, I'll take you on a tour of that garden. So please keep watching. I'm at the home of my sister Nina and her husband Everton in the suburbs of Mississauga City, Ontario, Canada. And this is the view I've been enjoying for the last 4 weeks. Nina and Everton created this beautiful garden 15 years ago and have been adding and subtracting features over the years. Actually, the area we're looking at was once occupied by a partially submerged pool. It is about 4 feet lower than the areas that surround it. I'm going to take you on a tour of the various sections of this very interesting garden, beginning with the area at the front of the house. On this road, there are no fences separating front gardens from each other or from the road, which makes for very pleasing views of well-tended lawns and border beds. Nina's choices of perennials and tropical flowering plants really accentuates the house very well. The leaves, these very bright, vibrant leaves, they tend to sparkle in the afternoon sun. The hostas, quite a few of them, they are in full bloom. Very nice, light, delicate shades of purples. The daylilies at the back provide a very nice contrast against this burgundy colored plant. And coming up is a potted oleander, which is another tropical plant included for its vibrant flowers. And above the oleander is a white rose of Sharon, which is quite spectacular when it's in full bloom. And sitting at the front door is a lifelike figurine that Nina calls Sam. And these two large urns of Mandevilla and Bougainvillea provide the welcoming splash of color at the front door. That's it for the front garden. Let's take this lovely path that leads us to the entrance to the back garden. This is the view you will get of the deck and a section of the back garden as you enter from the side gate. To continue the tour, I'll take you through this first area, the quiet conversation area, then into the sunken garden, and we'll finish up at the back in the gazebos. In this first area, there's a walkway that leads directly up to the deck. The French door here provides a nice little backdrop that gives you the impression that you're entering another room. And the philodendron you see hanging out under the tree is enjoying the shade for the summer and will be taken inside as soon as the weather gets cooler sometime in September. The aloe vera on the center table here is another tropical plant that will also have to be taken inside when the weather gets cooler. And here's a bit of whimsy created by our niece, Cassia. Let's make our way to the second stop on the tour, to the sunken garden. The entrance of which is flanked by this petunia to the left, a lamppost, a functioning lamppost to the right. The palm to the right of the lamppost would also have to be taken in at the end of summer because it will not survive the winter. As you look around, you'll see lots of garden ornaments, most of them consisting of items that were found here and there. To the left of the water feature is a really nice hydrangea, and next to the hydrangea is a zebra plant. This intriguing water feature was made by Everton. It provides that very soothing sound of water in the garden. Let's proceed further into the sunken garden. Entering and moving around in the sunken garden is quite easy, as there are 5 access paths that meet in the center around this very cute oval-shaped island. The plants on this island include a hydrangea you see right in front of you here, which was in full bloom only 3 weeks after this video was taken. On the other end of the island, where Nina is busy doing her usual routine cleaning, you see that fabulous fountain of creeping Jenny. I think Nina was just surprised. We just surprised her. She would much rather continue what she's doing. Alright, so let's look at the few vegetable plants that any Caribbean garden in North America should have. And we're looking at sweet peppers at the top here. And there is a Scotch bonnet at the lower left. Flowering plants for the pollinators, and an heirloom tomato. Obviously, the main plants in Nina's gardens are ornamentals, and in this section we have a few taller perennials that are just about to bloom. Her most popular plants are hostas, and she has quite a range. You see that nice yellow leaf one with a purple bloom. There's a variegated one also with a lilac blooms, and some of those that are not blooming, the leaves are also very interesting, very colorful. They're blooming in shades of lilac, purple, light pink. There's an interesting garden ornament, and next to it is a beautiful purple rose of Sharon, which sent out its blooms a few days after this video was shot. And here at the end of this bed is a tomato plant in a cage. And why is that? Because there are several squirrels and chipmunks that come foraging in the garden for food. Without the cage, it's unlikely that Nina would get any tomatoes. And looking back at this section of the garden, you can see the hostas are really putting on a wonderful show. This bench is placed here for us to linger a while and enjoy the beauty of the sunken garden in comfort. But while we do this, I can see my nephew Johnny and his son Alex are doing laps around the lawn as usual. And since those two have disappeared into the gazebo, I think it's time we go take a look at what's happening back there. And as you enter the gazebo, there is a sign that tells you this is where friends are gathered. Oh, and I seem to have surprised Nina and Everton's neighbors, Doug and Karen. Everton also seemed to be surprised. Hey guys, I hope you don't mind, but I just wanted to share with the Calyx viewers what a typical summer afternoon hangout in the gazebo looks like. And it's no surprise that a tour of this garden usually ends right here. But I'll make an exception today, as I'd like to point out some of the elements of landscape design that Nina and Everton have incorporated in their garden. Elements such as winding paths that encourage you to wander and discover what's around the corner. They also make very creative use of ornaments and focal points that catch the eye, as well as repeating elements such as the hostas that link the various sections of the garden. They have concentrated their plant selections on various perennial plants that do well in this area, but also have included a few annuals for that splash of color. What I really like is that there is ample recreational areas for all ages. Their garden certainly allows them to get the most out of summertime living. Thanks, Nina and Everton, for allowing me to share your garden with the Calyx viewers. And all being well, I hope to be back next year. Now I'm back in the Calyx garden, really energized to give you many more interesting videos. Actually, while I was in Canada, I visited some other areas that in the weeks to come, I'll be presenting those videos to you so you can get a feel of what other Caribbean nationals are doing in their gardens in a temperate climate. That's it for today's video. We hope you liked it. We certainly enjoyed doing it. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed as yet, please subscribe. So until next week's video, this is Thelma in the Calyx Services Garden saying bye-bye.